A Volga man is playing a big role in preserving South Dakota sports history, all while helping a good cause. Eric Thorstensen introduces us to George Kiner, this week's Someone You Should Know.
Test your knowledge of South Dakota sports. Came to Volga in 1970.
George Kiner is well known in this small town where he spent more than 30 years as a high school teacher and boys basketball coach.
I own the technical fall record, most technical falls of anyone from Sioux Valley schools.
He's got a lot of stories.
Smokey Joe Mendel, he was one of the first ones to go into the Sports Hall of Fame.
In 1984, some friends of his had an idea to compile a book of just that, and eventually Tall Tales But True was published, and that would lead to other books.
I go back a long time, so we reissued the questionnaire out, and at that time then I had coached for quite a while, so I supposedly had some referee friends and friends around the sports world. It hasn't been George Kiner project, it's been the sporting world of South Dakota. It's unbelievable how many stories are out there. Everybody's got a story. I said to myself, we need books on each one of these sports. Establish the history of all these sports. A lot of this stuff comes from the State Coaches Association from Wayne Carney.
There are more than 20 books now. The money made from them isn't for profit. At first, it was going to help a friend who had cancer.
We originally were going to try to give the money to Dave Prohl's family. And then his wife decided she wanted to start scholarships. So then we went to scholarships for different people, different kids that were fighting cancer. And then we added children's charities, 4 different children's charities that we give to also.
Coaches Against Cancer was started, and these days George updates the books with a publisher in Brookings for each high school sport. For example, with the results of the recent state volleyball tournaments.
So when that's over with, I'll go back to Allegra and talk to the girls. And I'll have them, I say we need to update those volleyball books, and then we'll make them available for people to buy.
And then you'll find George, along with friends, promoting them and selling the books at the big high school events.
So we were at the State B tournament. They would let us set up, they wouldn't charge us. Then we would go to the state wrestling tournaments. They would let us set up. They wouldn't charge us anything, and we would go to the State B girls basketball out in Huron and try to sell books. We'd go to the state track meet out in Rapid City or wherever it was, selling these books.
Over the years, the organization has raised more than $300,000, all to help kids. And for George, who's now 82, this is his passion.
You got to have something to do when you retire. A lot of people retire and die. Well, when I retire, I don't want to just die. I want to have a project. So this gives me a project to do. So it's good for my brain.
In Volga, Eric Thorstensen, Dakota News Now.
2007, I found your picture.
George was inducted into the South Dakota Sports Hall of Fame in 2024.